It's about that time. You're rocking with your boy Damo Unleash and Sky Black on the Nashville Caveman podcast. Stay tuned.
Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. I gotta turn up this function like I'm in the Lotus and punch it. All I'm gonna ask is stay in your lane and you won't be food for my luncheon. I'm coming up out of the dungeon, cooking up plans to make something from nothing. And since I secured the bag, it's time to do math, so I'ma keep hustling. I thought I had lost my way or something. I am not feeling what they say is busting. They keep us trapping this way, disgusting. If you so happen to catch me flexing, I could be killing the stress for days for learning how to install some chromic crystals on the Escalade. Matching the arm that's on my sternum. I am for the sake of the people. Grabbing my Glock and pray to the Lord, cause not everybody tryna be peaceful. I still hope we set the stage for showing them how it's supposed to be. So those that's close to me won't have to ask, hey, what you got in that bag? Hey, just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Let me explain what I'm talking about. Had a joint called down about it. Letting these loud mouths know how to move without sound. Best if we don't even shout out. Midwest, east, west, down south. Till we get even or even above. Till then we gon' opt out. And educate on the backside. Folk that act right and they won't backslide. Just put it together no matter the weather, my brother. So hey, if you dealing with vices in you and it's cutting you up like against you, put it on chill for real, or they gon' just use it against you. What you got in that bag? Quiet water.
What is going on, y'all, man? Welcome to the Nashville Caveman podcast. I had to pull my seat down a little bit. I am one half of your host, Damo Unleash, man, and we are in the New Year's Eve of New Year's Eve.
Absolutely.
2 days away. The year flew by. Welcome to the Nashville Caveman podcast, man. We are very excited to have you guys here. But before we get started, I'm going to go ahead and roll out the red carpet for a good friend of mine who is like a brother. So the floor is now yours.
Well, I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope everybody got what they wanted. The kids got all the gifts that they were looking for. Santa Claus made it to everybody's house. But yeah, like Damo said, man, we're heading into 2026. So I hope that y'all watched every podcast we've done, or the majority, and understand that what we are trying to do and tell y'all is to think different. And whatever you did in 2025 that didn't work, then don't take it into 2026. Whatever you did in 2025 that worked, take it into 2026. The D Bling Radio and the Elite One Radio will be back next week after the New Year's. Thanks to everybody who supported the radio station. This Saturday, yours truly will be at Top Rope Wrestling in Lebanon, Tennessee, Wilson County Fairgrounds. That is the Wilson County Fairgrounds, Lebanon, Tennessee, Top Rope Wrestling. Doors open at 6, I believe. Show starts at 7:30. The doors open at 6. Show starts at 7:30. So you know what the only crazy part is about this demo? Is that we didn't give an award away this year. I think that's the only thing that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of missing. What do you think?
Yeah. And you know, I think what's even more weird is that we've been doing this 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
That's like, it don't even feel like that.
No,
it feels like it, but it don't feel like we've been doing this for 2 years.
No, you're absolutely right.
But that just goes to show you, Sky, time, the older you get, the faster time goes.
Yeah, I was told that. You're right about that. So that's why I'm trying to enjoy every day.
Yeah, man. Today's show, y'all, we just gonna recap some of our favorite stories from this year, and we had a whole lot. I'm telling y'all, it took me a good 96 hours to feel like this, going through subjects, man, and I was like, wow, that seemed so far ago, and it was like maybe a story that was maybe even 4 or 5 months ago. But it felt like longer than that. And so I picked 3 of my favorite with an honorable mention. Sky got 3 of his favorites with an honorable mention. And man, here we are, man, 2 days away.
And don't forget, this Thursday is the last week of the NFL season. So I just got to give a shout out to the Denver Broncos for still holding on to their number 1 seed. But here's the thing, though, right? We needed 3 teams to lose. 2 of them did. Jacksonville did not lose. So Jacksonville plays Tennessee this week, and we play the Chargers. If we lose and Jacksonville wins, they take the number 1 spot. But and they play the Titans. Come on now.
You know what's so bizarre about this guy?
Not saying the Titans are a bad team, but damn, you get to play the Titans, we have to play the Chargers. You know.
And you know the bizarre part about that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Denver been, consistent throughout the year. Mm-hmm. They look like one of the better teams at the beginning of the year, and they look like one of the better teams in the AFC toward the end of the year. Mm-hmm. The Jaguars, I mean, there was expectations for them to be here. But seeing how their season started off, nobody expected Jacksonville to be where they are right now.
Right.
And, you got to give credit where credit due, and Indy, I mean, man, we 8-8 now. We're literally in danger of having a sub 500 year after starting off 8-2. So that just lets you know, man,
Yeah.
It ain't how you start, it's how you finish.
Mm-hmm. That is true. So for both conferences, the playoff seed is almost there. The 49ers and the Seahawks are playing not only for the number 1 spot, but for the NFC West division. So that's really, and that's Saturday, I believe. So that's going to be a really good game.
I tell you another really good game that I'm going to be watching for. The Ravens and the Steelers. Because Pittsburgh lost in the upset to Cleveland, right? And they was, you know what, Sky? They can say all they want that, man, they didn't want Myles Garrett to get that sack record, and they didn't want to have their name attached to it. So I think, and I personally think they did all they could to focus so much attention on him instead of just playing their game.
Right. Because what record is he going for? The all-time or just in a single season?
The all-time single season sack record. Michael Strahan's record. He's 1 sack away.
Is he tied with Michael Strahan at what, 56?
He's a half a sack behind him.
But what's the record? 56?
I think it's like 21 and a half or maybe 22.
Okay, gotcha. So Michael Strahan, because before Michael Strahan, who had it? Was it Warren Sappson?
Reggie White or Bruce Smith. One of them two.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. And so now he has it. And so Myles Garrett has 1 more game to try to beat that record.
Yeah.
Who's Cleveland playing?
Cincinnati.
Oh, okay. Maybe he might get it.
He might get it. I really, as a Cleveland fan, I don't want him to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because what, man? We sucked this year. That record only means something, man. If they would have made the playoffs, then it would really be something.
Mm-hmm.
But we stink. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to make the season any better. We suck. Both my teams suck. So,
for the Cleveland,
it's bad when you got 2 teams and neither one of them in the playoff. Damn.
Well, you know what? For Myles Garrett on the Cleveland side, if he gets the sack, then if they want to trade him and get rid of him, then they can ask for more. Because now you're taking the whatever the record he's going to win instead of just the Myles Garrett. And it's the Myles Garrett who holds a record. Which usually when you hold records like that, that's a prequel to or prerequisite, into going into the Hall of Fame. So I don't know if Myles Garrett is a Hall of Fame player just yet, but that's a stepping stone if he gets it.
Man, I think if after this season, if this was his last season, I think Myles Garrett is a He's is guaranteed to get in the Hall of Fame. But you asked, see, that's why I know, man. Sky, you a very smart dude, man. Because I asked the same question. And I know it's not a popular opinion, but I said that if your team sucks and you need all these pieces, you know, because the objective is what? To win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Your franchise has never even gone to the Super Bowl. So, if I had a player like Myles Garrett, I would trade him and get as many assets as I could.
Correct. I would either get the picks or the money to go on the free agency and get what I need.
But the picks would do them better because with Deshaun Watson, they still on that Deshaun Watson contract.
I thought is this his last year? Because
next year
or something.
Next year.
Damn, and all that money's guaranteed. So is he on the sideline or is he sitting at home?
He on the sideline. He's back, but they're not going to play him this year.
So he's making.
They got what Shador.
Think about what you're saying. He's making twice as much money as Shador, who's in the game. This man is sitting on the sideline, probably per game, making what Shador is going to make the whole season. And he's on the sideline. And Shador out there getting killed, not even making a fourth of what that guy's making. And then you see
highway robbery, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Highway robbery.
They spend all this money on one or two players. It takes a team to win. It takes a team to win. A lot of people, whether they like Tom Brady or not, but one thing he did, he didn't take all that money. He told Robert Kraft, you take some of that money and you put talent around me. I don't need all that money. And maybe because he was dating Giselle at the time, but he was like, I don't need all that money. If they trade or get rid of Myles Garrett, then that money, spread it out. What do you need? Offensive lineman. Hell, do you need a fullback? Do you need a wide receiver that's a threat? Because if you ain't got no wide receiver that can take the top off the defense, hell, they just gonna play a base coverage on you the whole game. And if your offensive line suck, which means I ain't got to blitz nobody, my four guys is giving to the quarterback, then my linebackers can go off into a zone coverage and cut off those throwing lanes. So that's probably what Shador is fighting against.
Man, I'm telling you, somebody like me, I'd be looking to move Myles Garrett for a superstar receiver. Jefferson, man, and in Minnesota, or Jamar Chase in Cincinnati. I'd be looking to move him, man. If it's me.
Yeah. But I just want to say anybody that watched that game last night, Bijan Robinson is a superstar in the making. I don't know who watched the game last night. That man had over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, I believe. But the way he runs and cuts, almost like a baby Barry Sanders, that was my first time ever watching an Atlanta Falcons game because they don't really show him. And so when he showed him last night, he showed out. He showed out. Do you hear me? He showed out. What's up, Zay? Yeah, he showed out. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. That is a superstar in the making right there. As long as he stays healthy.
Yep. A lot of it have to do with that health. You know. Speaking of health, y'all, hold on for a minute. Man, we got some pretty good selections stories that we had. One of them is, Sky, I shared these with you in your inbox. One of them was the Memphis rapper. Y'all remember this story? He had 31 kids with 3 on. So, man, we talk about him. The whole Aisha Curry interview. That interview, because I know, man, since we started this podcast, women would be like, man, why are you bashing women, man? You hate women this, you hate women that. And that whole Aisha Curry interview kind of proved my point. So that was one of my favorite stories of the year. Also, remember the dude that was like a doctor or something? He was in the medical field. He wasn't a doctor. He was in the medical field. He might have been like some kind of RN or something like that. But he knowingly knowingly slept with this woman and she told him that she previously had an STD and she hadn't went back and got retested, so she don't know if she was clear, and the dude slept with her. He slept with her anyway.
Then
asked her afterward if she was sure she didn't have nothing, and she was like, "Well, I told you I'm not sure." And he doubled back and slept with her again. So that was my 3. And my honorable mention is the AI pregnant robot that can capable of carrying children or infant up to 9 months.
Gotcha.
So Sky, what's your 3 favorite stories from this year?
Mine is the Rajah Jackson thing, because it's in the talking about wrestling, and that's the business I'm in. The other one is, and I'm glad you said what you said about the guy because he's crazy. But the other one for me is lust, the number 1 downfall for men. And what you just said has to be it. If this woman told you she don't know if she's positive or negative or STD or whatever, and you go back again, not just the first time, you go back, then excuse my language, lust is sex for rent agreements in Canada, because I believe that's what we heading to in Nashville. I believe we're heading towards. I
remember that story.
Yeah. And then my honorable mention is DNA testing. Should it be mandatory? Sorry, my sons. And yes, it should. I was watching a TikTok video of a girl sitting down talking about, well, if you've been cheating on your man, don't tell him that's not his baby, especially if the guy you cheating on him with ain't a provider. Lie to the man for as long as you need to. You got to do what's best for you and the baby. I was like, good Lord. This girl is literally on TikTok or Instagram trying to tell people how to lie to their significant other about not only cheating, but getting pregnant and lying and saying that it's theirs. That is crazy. They need to make DNA testing mandatory.
I agree. I couldn't. I mean, I've been screaming that for years. I think, man, if a politician really wants to support them, I think that's what they have to. A lot of men are, it's almost the point where you almost have to sleep off and take the child to go get a DNA test. We in them times. Oh yeah, I watched the baby. Yeah, go ahead and do what you need to do. Go get your nails done. Go get your hair done. And get you your money and sneak off and do a DNA test.
Because it ain't hard. Then you order the kid, swab the baby's mouth, swab your mouth, and send it back. Just like that.
They got them at Walgreens. You can go to Walgreens, they got them on the shelf.
Pregnancy test and DNA test right there.
Yep. So y'all know how we always do, man. Before we get into our before we get into our discussions, man, we love to play indie artists. So if y'all could do us a favor right now, if you're watching, if you could share the live. Right now, I'm broadcasting from YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And Sky is broadcasting from
Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Hey, we don't do the Bigo no more?
No, well, this week I'm not, because my phone stand broke, so I don't have anything to hold my phone up, so.
Gotcha.
So I got to replace that. But we're going to go ahead and get into some music, y'all. When we come back, man, we're going to go ahead and talk about some of our favorite stories from the year, man. Y'all are watching the Nashville Caveman podcast. Thank you guys for being here, all right?
Instagram or Facebook, Snapchat me a pic of what you cook. I bet it tastes good. Can't wait to get back home. Sick of playing on this phone. Baby, I'll be home tonight. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. it's just right. And you're all I smell. Mixtures of your perfume, candlelight and Hennessy. Sexy red lingerie, don't know what joy it brings to me. Fills me with ecstasy. Sexually hit my phone, baby, and I'll be there instantly. On Twitter, kick Instagram or Facebook. Snapchat me a pic of what you cook. I bet it tastes good. Can't wait to get back home. Sick of playing on this phone. Baby, I'll be home tonight. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm your eyes that you wanted, waiting for me to give it to you. So I'll just give it to you like you never got it, digging more and more into you. Because I'm ready for some action. Come on, let's make it happen. Yes, I'm a total package, guarantee satisfaction. All night long, we just gotta love. Push that speed out and just hit me up. On Twitter, kick Instagram or Facebook. Snapchat me a pic of what you cook. I bet it tastes good. Can't wait to get back home. Sick of playing on this phone. Baby, I'll be home tonight. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm
right after I run across the map, girl, I'ma be right back to the crib. Just chill, we gon' kick it a little. Better speak it how you feel before the woods doze off on this pill. Hope my cup don't spill. You know that it's always real. You know what you do to me. Play all my brothers slow jams while you're screwing me. All of you is cool with me. Pulling down my Gucci jeans. Promise my phone not gon' ring. Just get on the mic and sing. She know when I'm on the scene. I don't call and barely text. Tonight she hit me up coincidentally when I saw my ex. Be cool, babe, I'm on my way. Like 2 neighborhoods away. Never thought I'd feel this way. Thought about you like all day. Ain't turn up tonight. I'm on a turn down Sprite. I doubt my dog off in the flight. He said bet like a fight. I'm just deep up in the streets. I'm trying to feel my nuts. And later on, I'ma try to skeet it on your butt.
on Twitter, kick Instagram or Facebook. Snapchat me a pic of what you cook. I bet it tastes good. Can't wait to get back home. Sick of playing on this phone. Baby, I'll be home tonight. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm
Dream secrets outside again. So addicted to you. I need your love. I just gotta have your every night I have you on my mind. Think about the last time we stayed up all night. I need your affection, baby. Oh, I need your attention, baby. 'Cause I'm addicted to your touch. I'm so addicted. I can't get enough. I'm so addicted to your love. I can't get enough. to your love. I can't get enough. 'Cause I'm addicted to your touch. I'm so addicted. I can't get enough. I'm so addicted to your love. I can't get enough. I just gotta have your I'm so addicted to your love. I can't get enough.
fire damage. But anyway, they pay $50 each. If you're
All right,
interested,
y'all. We are back. So I think how we gonna do this, guy, is you gonna do a story, I'm gonna do a story, and we just gonna go back and forth.
Okay.
We're gonna do it like that. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and start off, and then we'll go ahead and get it moving.
Absolutely. Well, my first one is, of course, y'all know, because, or should I do that? No, I'll do that one last, the honorable mention. So my first one is the Rajah Jackson thing, right? I don't even know how it ended. Did he just get a fine to have to do community service?
He ended up going to jail.
Okay, he ended up going to jail. And did the dude's face end up healing? The guy that he hit, did his face end up healing?
Surgery. His father ended up helping. Well, last I heard that he was offering to help with payments, and I don't know if he actually went through with that. But he was actually he was offering to pay for the medical bills, and they were threatening to sue. So I don't know if they went through with it, because sometimes things like that take time.
Right.
You know,
right.
so
I get that. So, you know, there's this site that's called Trash Bag Wrestling. Hell, I've been on it a couple of times myself. And so it's from wrestlers that get in the business that don't have no business, don't know what they're doing, or they just botch a lot of spots. Why hasn't that been on something like this? This was a man who had never been in the wrestling business, never been trained. I think that was his very first promotion. It ain't like he had been in other promotions doing those sort of scripted things. He gets there, he gets emotional, he doesn't know how to sell. Then like I said, there was a 2-hour gap between when it happened outside and in the ring. So the other wrestler who didn't like the bigger dude was gassing him up to go in there and do it. Why is that not on the dirt sheets? What's up, Malfunction? Why is it not on Trash Bag? Why is it not on Botchamania? Why is it not on any of those things like that? Because this man literally had no business in the ring, no business back there if he was not ready. A wrestler ended up getting hurt for real, going to the hospital and having God knows how much medical bills he had to spend, because most independent wrestlers don't have insurance. Unless they own their wives' insurance, most of them don't. So this man probably has $100,000 worth of bills because of this man's emotional state at the time. So my thing with that, Damo, is why is it not still being talked about in the wrestling community to make sure that you don't bring people into the business backstage or in the ring that does not need to be there?
I think this
also, as a wrestler, it makes me feel, because if I'm backstage and a promoter comes to me and say, hey, you need to work with that guy, and I'm thinking, who is that guy? Does he know anything? You're putting other wrestlers in danger because they just want to get paid to do their job. But then you get in the ring with this guy and he does something like that, or drops you on your head or whatever. Who is there to protect the wrestlers from situations like that?
And I think that should be the number one job of the company.
Right.
To protect the wrestlers. And I think the company itself
Congratulations.
failed. I
Mm-hmm.
think the company failed, Sky.
Yeah.
To me, that story spoke on a bigger issue. There are a lot of young men out here, and he's not even young. This dude is almost closer to 30 than he is to 20, right? But
Yeah.
there are a lot of men between that age that are very mentally unstable. Nobody talk. This shows, man, that society is failing men.
Mm-hmm.
That dude's
Might
life
not be enough men
changed
to
forever.
teach men, right? It might not be enough men to teach men. Malfunction, that I don't know. He broke his jaw, and then a few days later, he gets into a car accident. That's a lot of conspiracy. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Damo.
Yeah, that's unfortunate too. I don't know enough of the story. I know 2 people passed away from it, and he got hurt. I don't know enough of it, so I actually have to dig into that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna just tell you, Malfunction. I spent a lot of time, man, just trying to research stories that we covered this year, and it was just crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
That amount of stories we had. But yeah, going back, I just think it just speaks of just how unstable we are in our society, man. Men,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah. And I was saying it might not be enough men to teach men because the nations, their motto is each one should teach one, right? Well, where is the each one? Because a lot of men are being raised by women who now have women tendencies and traits. A lot of men want to be women. A lot of men want to cross dress. So where are the men to teach the men?
And what makes this story kind of bizarre is that this dude had his dad. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He had his father.
He had a rocky relationship from
Yeah,
where
and that's
his
the thing too. That's
Yeah.
another thing. What a lot of men they are. I mean, even with my own father, man, it's like a rocky relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate. But his
Yeah.
dad got a temper like that, so the apple doesn't
Yeah.
fall too far from the tree.
Nope. I think Rampage going to UFC or whatever prize fighting, wherever he went to, just stopped him from going to prison. Because a lot of these kids, like Mike Tyson, and all them,
Yeah,
who
I
has
agree.
issues, they put them in the cage of boxing to get that anger out. Because if not, those guys be in prison for killing somebody.
Yeah, I agree.
So but that was just my whole thing on that one. Is the protection of wrestlers when they are backstage against. I know you want to bring in celebrities and big names to get eyes on your company. I am not against that. But if they ain't been to no training or they ain't sat down and been talked to, then just use them around the ring. Use them as referees, ring announcers, security, special guest enforcers, things like that. That man should have never been in the ring in there like that. And just because the guy was thinking he knew what was going on, so he didn't have a chance to defend himself. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. It's a situation that never should have happened. First
Yeah,
and foremost.
absolutely.
I know one of my favorite stories was, and I'm gonna jump into this. I actually got a clip for it. The whole
Okay.
Aisha Curry interview.
All right.
Because I know a lot of y'all ladies, man, y'all be like, man, he love bashing women, and I'm just like, no, that's not it, man. It is some really bad women out here that need to be held accountable. Who are and I think it's his job to check other women, and they don't do it, man. So now you have more men speaking on women, and I don't think that should be our job. But without further ado,
Right.
Did
let's
you
go ahead
ever have
and play this. And
anything in high school at all, or it was legit just friends?
No, just friends. Just friends.
Look, Mike.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying of like you never saw him as something, but I'm
Yeah.
like, when you look back, is there any memory that you're like maybe there was something or
No, never. I in the beginning hated it so much. I did not sign up for that. I also always thought I didn't know that he was going to end up playing basketball. He said he wanted to be a high school basketball coach. I thought I was going to be the girl out there getting it. So I didn't know.
all right,
I saw somebody who said that what she was missing was her whole face. Her whole face.
Yep.
You know, a lot of
Yeah.
girls
I seen that
need
video.
to go through their whole phase and then settle down. So that way you got it all out the system. It's good, blah blah blah. But if you do that, because they don't mean you had a conversation. If you do that, like you said, your past does matter. So there's pros and cons of your whole phase. Yes, you've gotten it all out the system. You slept with everybody, and then you ready to settle down. But that good dude that you want, he's gonna judge you on your past. So there's pros and cons in that. There's pros and cons in not having a whole phase, right? You 18, 19, out of high school, you marry a good guy, have kids. That's a good thing. But you didn't get a chance to go out into this world and experience anything neither. So I don't see the good and the bad in it. The only thing I'm just trying to understand is that she was not ready for this position. It's like having a preacher. Y'all preachers out there, you really have to choose your wife, because every woman is not a preacher's wife. They can't take that position. And every woman can't be a mega superstar wife, because that's not what she wanted. You can tell she's shy, an introvert. She's not used to that attention and all this stuff and the money and the fame. So I think that's what she's lashing out on, because like she said, she thought he was just be a high school coach that was going to live a normal 9 to 5 and maybe live just the average Joe life. But then she got swum with, oh, he's Steph Curry. He's a mega superstar. He's a world NBA champion. Maybe that's just what she wasn't ready for.
Man, you know what? To me, Sky, this is proof that you can do everything and it still not be enough.
It still not be enough.
She got Steph Curry. You know how many women are probably after Steph Curry? I'm talking about probably some of the baddest women on the planet. Right? I mean, man, you don't hear Steph Curry out here. You ain't heard any rumors about him messing with any girls out here.
Nope.
Cheating. Right? This dude is, he is the upper echelon of what they consider top tier men. Even though he's an athlete, right? Well respect. And it's still not enough. This is why I think they need to revisit family law. And watching this interview, it made me think about something. And I know I'm about to set some people up when I say this, but I think if you file for divorce, right, because you're unhappy, the other person automatically gets everything. Custody of the kids, everything. If you want to get divorced and you want to break the contract, you should be able to do so, but you shouldn't be able to take nothing but yourself and the job that you got. No, I don't think they should make you pay child support or spousal support. No, you just leave and you take nothing with you. Unless, Sky, it's like some kind of abuse going on. If it's some kind of abuse or the other person's life in danger, meaning you done caught your partner serial cheating to the point where your health could be at risk, then yes. But if you want to leave because you're unhappy, I think that all of the collateral need to go to the other person. You should then walk away because she's going to leave Steph. That's coming. Because the mama and daddy already divorced. Right? And
so Steph's mom and daddy? Yeah. I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
They already divorced, and it was out in the public, and this is going to be a divorce also. Right? Guaranteed. I promise you. I'm willing to put a Vegas bet. But the sad part is, because she wants to get her back blown out really bad. I mean, she want to get her back blown out. She want to get her head ran through, you know what I'm saying, that wall, and she want her head to be handprints in the wall. She want her head to get stuck between one of them metal bed rails the way Gina's did. She clamoring for that. She want dudes to lust after her the way the women lust after Steph. She's competing with her husband. So, the bad part about this guy is that when she leaves, and she gonna be the one that wanna go, she gets to take half of everything that he worked really hard for. All because he laid down with her and had 3 to 4 kids with her.
Yeah. Yeah, and nobody told him as he started to become the Steph Curry we know. Don't you think you need some type of prenup or a plan B, just in case your wife decides not to want to be your wife anymore? I mean, I would never probably in my life see the money he's making. But hell, if I know I was gonna make $10 tomorrow and I didn't want my wife to see it, I'm gonna protect it. You know what I'm saying? So this man has tens of millions of dollars, and he's never once thought that maybe one day she'll wake up and say, "Hey, I don't want to do this no more." All celebrities and superstars should think about that, because one day somebody will wake up like, this is way too much, way too much. I've done it for 5, 6 years. I've done it for 10 years. I want my privacy. I want to do something else. And like you said in the video, because you laid down, married, depending on what state they got married in, had children, she's going to walk away like she played in the NBA for 17 years.
You know, this kind of resonate. I got a couple points I want to make with this of why I think this was one of my favorite stories of the year, right?
Right.
Because I know this is not a popular opinion, but I'm going to say it anyway. Because I know I pissed people off, a couple of our viewers, when I've said this before. I think that men prioritize their family over their happiness more than women do. And this is kind of backing that up. This is a woman that got everything that most women say that they want out of a man, and yet she's unhappy.
Unhappy.
And she's done these kind of interviews not once, not twice, but a few times. And it is embarrassing to Steph, right?
Right.
And it's like, so this is why I always say you are responsible. This is what Will Smith meant when he told in the Red Table Talk, when he told Jada, you are responsible for your own happiness, not me.
That's right.
And this is what he meant. So that's one point. My second point is, man, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't.
Correct.
You got women out here that dog men out because they don't have enough resources and they don't work enough. And then there's the other portion of men that do nothing but work. And it's, when you don't spend enough time with men, when are you going to have some time with men? You know, that you can't make some, and men, and I'm speaking to my men. This is why when you really get to know a female, because a lot of y'all, man, y'all just focus a lot on the physical part. No, you really got to dissect her thinking, the way her thought process, and judge her if you're going to have a future with her based on that. Because if you get to asking enough questions, you will find out everything you need to know about that woman. And once you figure out that she is not capable of being, you know, in a long-term relationship or not marriage material, you got to leave. You got to move on. You know? Yeah. And third, ladies, this is why men don't want to get married. This is why a lot of men, I mean, man, we're seeing that more and more. You know, a lot of y'all going to just be in long-term relationships and y'all going to be baby mamas. And dudes, they don't want to get married. And if, ladies, if y'all want dudes to get back to where they value marriage, then you guys are the ones that need to fight for family court laws to change. Because the fact that this woman, as I stated in the video, can leave this man for no reason and then take half still, including custody of kids, how is that fair? How is that right to him? And so men are watching this and they're like, I ain't getting married. And I know y'all don't like that, but this is the result of that. We see these videos often. So
it ain't fair to him. Yeah, it ain't fair to him, but he still needs to be smart enough to know, correct? It's like if you driving down the street and you get pulled over by a cop and the cop said X, Y, Z, you be like, well, cop, I didn't know. It ain't the cop's fault. He still has to give you a ticket. It's your job as a Tennessean to get on the website and see the laws that have changed in your state. They're not going to be like, oh, since you didn't know. The news will tell you so much, but it's your job to get up and find out what them people on Capitol Hill are doing when they're changing the laws. So even if he didn't want to find out, the man has a team that he pays God knows how much to come in and say, this is what you need to know. So if she does take him, I'm not gonna feel bad for him because either he needed to say something, his parents needed to say something, or his team needed to say something. But nobody said nothing, so she walks away with half. Good for her. Ain't nobody saying anything. And then to piggyback on what you just said, there is, like you said, there is no pleasing a woman, right? You could do 9 out of 10 things, but that one thing will carry on with her until the end of time, right? It's like that one thing, you got women out here that's looking for good men, and then a woman has a good man, and then whatever that 1 or 2 things is that he do or don't do, that's what she harpers on. Not the other 8 that he does, but the 1 or 2 things that he don't do. And so I'm with you on that. That's why I tell people
women need to make their voices heard, and that they are against that. Like they recently canceled Nicki Minaj, Aisha Curry. Y'all should be canceling her more than Nicki Minaj, because women like that are the women that do y'all disservice. That's a disservice to y'all directly. Because men that watch that be like, I ain't getting married. I don't care what I feel about this woman. I ain't getting married. So
be careful when it comes to that. You new people, you new generation, y'all be careful when it comes to that. Long-term relationships, marriage. Hell, even if she just lives with you, once you start getting mail there, it's gonna be hard to put out. So understand that before y'all do anything, especially y'all who hell ain't got a pot to pee in or window to throw it out of. You definitely need to be just dating. You know what I'm saying? Right. But yeah. People don't look at marriage the way most people do. Everybody look at it as in Cupid shot you in your ass with an arrow and they'll go get married. That ain't how the women in the world works, y'all.
So, all right, Sky. So we ready for your number 2. What's your number 2 story?
Number 2 is lust is the number 1 downfall for men, and yes, it is. Right. So I can just tell y'all from experience that most of the businesses that I've done or even been in the wrestling business, the reason I have been successful is because it's like playing pool. Have y'all played pool? I suck at pool, right? I'm the type of person where I'll have all my balls on the pool table. The other guy has put all his balls in the hole. But guess what he'll do at the end? He'll scratch the 8 ball. If you scratch the 8 ball at the end, who wins? Me. And that's what I do. I don't have to try to climb the ladder. I wait for y'all to fall off. And 9 times out of 10, why you fall off is because of that thing in between your legs. You fall off because you're chasing these women who don't give a damn about you. You fall off because once you go to jail and all this stuff, she's with the next person. Is sex a good thing? I guess so. Is sex a part of life? Yes. But it should never be detrimental to your health and your finances and your peace and your freedom. And as long as I've been breathing, most of the time, not all the time, when people are like, well, how you do this? How you success? Because I didn't have to fight to climb. I just waited for everybody to fall off, and it made it easier to go up that ladder. And the reason, one of the number 1 reasons people fall off is lust for women. Too many women, too many kids, too much child support. They're going through 4 or 5 divorces. I mean, it's just crazy. And it all goes back to lust, because you can't control your lust. Now you in a situation where you don't know what you're going to do. Then you're depressed, have anxiety, you don't know what to do. Why weren't you thinking that way prior to laying down with that woman and making sure that you're going to be okay? Because last thing, if you're broke before sex, you're broke during sex. And guess what happens when you're done having sex? You're still broke. Always think about that.
Yeah. You're right, man. Lust has got a lot of men in the grave and in prison. Diddy right now in prison over lust. R. Kelly right now.
Did you watch it
over lust?
Hey, Damo, did you watch the thing on Netflix, the documentary about Diddy?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, just the one thing I want to say, then I'll get back to you. One of his managers or friends said, Diddy showed me a check for $60 million. You remember when that guy said that?
Yeah.
That he showed the... Come on, go ahead, Damo.
Man, a lot of men out here do not like the way a lot of women move. But a lot of men, we're at fault for it. Because if we said You know what? If you're doing this and this and that, I'm simply not dealing with you. I don't want to associate with you. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. You see what I'm saying? And I think there's a growing faction that's like that, hey, if you're not going to go back to moving like this as a woman, then you're going to be safe. You can be mad and dog us out all you want. We're either going to adapt or it is what it is.
Right.
But we got to get like that, the majority of us, because you're right. Man, kingdoms have fallen because of lust. I'm talking about rich kingdoms. And so, and this, man, my next story, I'm glad you led with that, Sky, as your number 2. Because, man, I'm going to piggyback off of that. My number 2 actually coincides with your number 2. Okay. This was the story about the dude that was in the medical field. He was an RN or something like that. And he seen this little shooby dooby. And I went and hollered at her. They hooked up that day. She told him, though, right before, prior to, that, hey, you know, man, the last person I was with, they ended up giving me an STD. I went to the doctor and everything. They gave me medication and whatnot, but I didn't go for my checkup to see if it was all gone, right?
Right.
And he went, and even though she told him that, he laid down with her anyway.
Anyway,
and
right.
then doubled back and did it again. And so, without further ado, man, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to play this. We're going to take y'all back down memory lane from this year. And we're going to spit on it, man.
Here's the thing for me. If he kept wanting to pursue her and have sex with her, when she told him that she had chlamydia, then whatever happens to him is on him. Because it ain't like she hid it. She told you. And first of all, why are you trying to have sex with this woman? Was that on the first date?
That was the first day he met her.
Everything he gets. I mean, when you a slave to your penis, you are a slave to your penis, and you deserve what's going to happen. That's right.
You know what, Sky? This should be proof. Women should watch this, and what they should gather from this is, dudes, no matter the situation, we'll stick our penis in anything.
That's sad.
And these females do not require dudes to wear a condom. They told this dude that she had chlamydia. And he didn't care. He an LPN. He's an LPN. She told him, hey, man, I got chlamydia. I took medicine for it. I didn't get retested. So I don't know if I have it or not, but I can tell you that I did not get retested for this. And he was ready to go anyway. Then this dude circled the block and then had sex with her again. With a whole girlfriend. And these chicks, man, they'll let dudes go into them raw. This female telling y'all that these dudes, if they look good enough to these dudes, I even heard a case where a woman told a dude she had HIV, and he still went in a raw. Ladies, these dudes, it don't matter if you look good. Most of these dudes don't go. She told him. I mean, she told this man, it's possible that I got chlamydia. That would have been end of the story for me. That's it. We ain't got nothing else to discuss. Nothing else. That's it. And he didn't even care. He went in anyway. Head first. He dove in. Man.
Because, you know, sometimes even if she told me this chlamydia, she might not know what else she might have, right? So you really playing with your life for no reason. No reason. Playing with your life for no reason. And that's crazy. And so it'll be different if it was some type of ignorant person off the streets. You in the medical field. You in the medical field and know the dangers better than me because you in the medical field. And yet you are so in lust with this woman, or you ain't had sex in a while, or whatever the issue is, you willing to play Russian roulette with your life. At least if you said you put a condom on, then I'd be like, okay, at least you tried to protect yourself. Because whatever she had could have ate through the condom, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But at least you tried.
Diabolical, ate through the condom?
Yeah, but think about it. We as a society has gotten so lazy, we don't even try no more. Nothing beats a failure but a try. We don't even try no more. If you had put on a condom and then something happened, like, well, yeah, whatever she had, she really need to go to science, not to the doctor. She need to go to science because they need to do some experiment on her. But when you sit there and say, forget it, I won't just be like I said on the last one, you deserve whatever's coming.
Man, that's diabolical.
Yeah.
All right, Scott. What's your number 3?
So I believe the United States is heading towards this. Sex agreements that's in Canada, right? You have women that I guess I don't know if you'll label it as prostitution, which I don't think they will, but there's women now that can print out an agreement, like they can go to Rocket Lawyer, I don't know if y'all know what that is, or any type of lawyer, print out a legal agreement, y'all sign it, notarize it, that says whatever the agreement is, one time sex for one time rent, like a subscription, like a Netflix subscription. You pay so much a month and you get so much sex above. Like, I'm telling you, the reason marijuana for most states has become legal is because they found the way to tax it. When the government can't tax something, that's when it's illegal. When they can't find a way to make money off of it, it's when it's illegal. Canada says, look here, people are going to do this anyway. Just like America said, hey, look here, people going to smoke marijuana anyway. Ain't nothing we can do about it. So if we make it legal and make them have agreements, then guess what? We get a piece of that pie too. And I do believe that somewhere down the line, America will probably be doing the same thing. Because in Vegas, the Bunny Ranch, it's legal in Vegas. So you can go to Bunny Ranch with your money, pay, sleep, and you ain't going to jail. There's another one out there too. But I'm just thinking, when it comes to money and people can find a way of doing it, do you know how many women will be in line like a labor place? Have you ever been to a labor-ready place, Damo? Will be in line to sign up to be a part of a sex for rent agreement in the United States. I do believe that is coming because people are having sex anyway. And if you can get your bills paid and not be labeled a slut or a whore because it's legal, go right ahead.
I think it's already here. It's just under the table.
It's just under the table.
There's already agreements out there with a lot of women and men, especially the male landlords, for this. Hey, you know, you come and let me knock the dust off of that for about 2 or 3 times a month. I'll let you live here rent free. I'll cover it. You got to take good care of my house, though. I believe that stuff already take place.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And be like, I ain't gonna do it. Hell, it's either that or homelessness. You telling me you ain't gonna slob a knob, you ain't gonna shine, you ain't gonna choke a chicken. Hell yeah. I ain't advising it. I'm not promoting that. Don't put words in my mouth saying that I am. I'm just saying, man, I already know that stuff probably take place here. I'm about to
Can we dig deeper, Damo? Can we dig deeper, right? What has happened to the point where women will go that route? But there's women in this world that's gonna grow up to be prostitutes, because that's just what, even when they were little girls, I want to be a prostitute. They're gonna do that regardless. I'm just saying, what has women done to the point where they're, because for last time I heard, women are graduating high school more than men, they're graduating college more than men, they're starting to make more money, degrees. What has happened to the point where now most women will have to be having sex under the table or an agreement to have their bills paid?
I just think the what they call simps, them the dudes that they pay you to leave. They don't want your time and attention.
Right.
They just want to get one off, pay you and leave. And women, I think even the small girls know, because the older women teaching them that, hey, if you shake your body like this or you can twerk like that, men are lust out.
Yeah.
And they learn at a young age that sex sells. And it's unfortunate.
And it's unfortunate. But can you not just get a normal job and pay your own bills? What's wrong with working at McDonald's 40 hours a week to pay your own bills, right? Why do you feel like that you
what the problem is,
body? Huh?
I'll tell you what it is.
What's that?
Imagine somebody paying you for wrestling.
Right.
You're getting paid for what you love to do anyway. A lot of them women love sex. So they just look at it like, I'm getting paid to do what I love. Man, not only am I getting paid, but I'm getting paid to feel good.
That's what porn is. That's the pornography industry. Yeah. They get paid to do what they love to do, right?
Yeah. But a lot of them don't understand that there's consequences with that. I forget the latest, or she's a former porn star. She has an infant now. She wants all the videos of her deleted off the internet. Man, you should have been thinking about that kid before you had the kid.
Oh, come on. You should have been thinking about that kid before you had the kid. Yeah. Man. And nobody does that. Nobody thinks past their nose. They only see to their nose. They don't think past it.
They know, but they don't understand the consequences. Yeah. There's a lack of understanding when it comes to consequences. And it's unfortunate.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, do you know the example about Madonna? Did you hear about that maybe 10 years ago? Before Madonna became Madonna, she did a film, not a porn film, but just a movie for this local guy. And he kept it. And so now when Madonna became Madonna, he released it. And her team tried to get a desist on this or sue him. And the judge said, is this not your signature? Yeah. Did you not sign it? Yeah. Get the hell out of my courtroom. Because now when you type in McDonald's, Madonna, it went straight to his link. And now he's making all this money off of something she did when she was 18 years old. At the time, Madonna was 50. I don't know how old she is now. Something she did when she was 18. So no, if you a porn star at 18 and you 40 having a child, whoever owns the publishing to those rights, they gotta take it down. Because it's generating more money. They ain't thinking about you and your child. That stuff is generating God knows how much money. Yeah.
It's just, man, I mean, that's the thing, man. A lot of women, young women, don't understand. But a lot of men, young men, too. Anything in your life will come back, and you have to, it will rear its head. You have to face it. You have to face it again. You think you could just sweep, man, your skeletons under a rug? Nope. You're going to be faced with them one day, either with your kids or with a job or with somebody.
With somebody. Oh. Yep. Karma knows everybody's address. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, my third story, hold on, I keep clicking on this one. So, my third story is, the Memphis rapper with 31 kids and he had to run away. Y'all remember this story?
Yes.
Let me take y'all back down memory lane.
You said that was Mother's Day. That was 4 months ago.
Yeah, I got 3 babies on the way.
You got 3 babies on the way right now?
Yeah.
All right, what's the count right now? Because I think last time there was some debate whether it was like 23 or 25.
Yeah, like 31.
31.
31.
Bro, you was here last year.
Yeah.
You got another 5, 6 in the last year?
Yeah, I bust fast.
And I went back and I watched our first interview. It was in 2019. You was at 10.
Ooh. Yeah.
So let's see, that's 20 kids you've had since then in 6 years. Good 3 a year. And you got 3 on the way. Bro, you populating the earth right now.
That's crazy.
Type shit.
You ain't never gonna stop, huh?
I caught some little Chinese shit last night, didn't I be? I caught some Chinese shit last night. I had a little cheeks all around this motherfucker there, right? Shout out to her. You was right, shout.
Man, that's diabolical. So this rapper named Jay Fizzle. He got 31 kids. He got 3 on the way. 22 baby mamas.
And ain't nothing cute about that. Even if you could support all those kids financially, ain't nothing cute about that. because now you're in a situation to where, depending on where all 22 of these people are, it piggybacks off what we just talked about. You're going to have kids sleeping with kids and cousins sleeping with cousins because all 22 of those baby mamas are not in one house. They're spread all over the place. And these kids are not going to go to family reunions. They're going to grow up, and somewhere in your legacy or your family timeline, you're going to have incest because you have so many kids out here having so many more kids. And that's why I say that's not cute at all whatsoever. And you're going to have these siblings who will never know each other, never see each other. And then how the hell, even if you have money, do you emotionally and physically support 22 kids? Sorry, 34 with 22 baby mamas. And how the hell you paying all this child support? Yeah, I know we do. Damn.
You know the crazy part? This brother, he got another 30.
Oh yeah, he does.
Because he ain't been an adult long, or in the age range of being able to have kids long. This dude got a long. Remember, we can have kids if we take care of ourselves up until 70, 80 years old. And this brother,
how old is he now?
He got another 50 years ago.
How old is Jay Fizzle now?
Man, I'm gonna have to look it up. Hold on. Let me go look it up. While we here, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, they probably have voodoo on public aid. I mean, that's just crazy, man. I mean, 22, and let's talk about the women. Maybe the first 2 or 3 I might feel bad for, but after 5 to 22, you're crazy. You should know how many kids, especially if you baby mama number 22, you don't know how many kids this man has had and how much unprotected sex this man has had. Like, my God.
That's the part that I wanted to touch on, Sky. That's what I wanted to touch on because, and this was my point. Not only are these women, they don't have no standard for laying down with the dudes, right? But these dudes, they cracking them with no protection. No protection, man. I'm trying to, let me Google. I'm on Google right now, and I'm trying to search his age.
Well, while you doing that, let's do some math. 34 kids, 22 baby mamas. That means some of those baby mamas have multiple kids. Which, did they have the multiple kids in the same time? Or did they have one child, he slept with another 2, came back around and had a more with him? Like, I don't know what the women are thinking in this situation.
He's 31.
31 with 34 kids.
That means he's had a kid for every year, plus some that he's been born. So if he was to keep at this rate and he lived to 80, he's going to have about 80 kids out there.
Okay, but let's be realistic. What age do kids start having sex? 16?
No, earlier than
that. So let's say his first child is 16. That's crazy. So from 16 to 31, you have been doing nothing in your life but populating the earth. Like, that is crazy. You know, those are biblical times back then, right?
If he started at 16, that means every year he had 2 kids. Every year, from the time he started up until the age he had now, his brother didn't have 2 kids.
A year. That's crazy. And nobody has done any research. Baby mama number 20, 21, 22, nobody has done any research. Nobody knows what he's been doing. But you're going to bring a child into this world, number 22, that will never see any child support, because hell, child support only stretches so far. Will never know all of his or her siblings. And that, again, that's the scary part, because depending on where they live in the state or different states, those kids will grow up and end up meeting each other, not knowing that they brothers and sisters. And even if that generation skips, I guarantee you his grandkids, somewhere in there, they're going to interact without knowing each other. That's the scary part about having so many children, and you're not like an Amish person and y'all have this big, huge land when you spread it out all over the place.
This is why I don't like when people be talking about black people oppressed. This is why I don't like them conversations. because I feel like, no, some people are, they're their own worst enemy. Like, they're their own worst enemy. This dude has done more damage than think about the damage he's doing. Because he can't be around for all them kids.
No.
34 kids. And then he damaged the women too. Because I'm sorry, man, it shouldn't be held against women, but it's just going to be. The majority of dudes don't want, especially if they don't have kids, they don't want somebody else that got kids. They don't. And even if they got kids, that's still an issue. Because when you talk about somebody, a woman that got girls, that's a whole nother issue. You know what I'm saying? The boys, that's an issue. The girls is a whole nother issue. Mm-hmm. And it's just, I mean, man, he ruined this dude, cats like this ruin the community. I'm sorry, man. Ain't no racism I done seen around that has ruined the community. Yep.
And Damo, you know the crazy part is that's just the recorded part, right? Do you honestly think he's only slept with 22 women? What about the women in between before he got anybody pregnant? So from baby mama 1 to 22, there were probably 22 other women that he had slept with that just didn't get pregnant multiple times. So not only is he harming the children and the parents, now somebody need to call the disease control, you know what I'm saying, CDC on him, because we don't know what he's out here spreading. Because if he ain't protecting himself with the 22 he's populating, what makes you think he's protecting himself with his side chicks and his jumped offs and all these other people?
And I mean this wholeheartedly. I think dudes that if you get to the point where they can prove you done had 3 kids with 3 different women, they need to sterilize you. They need to. Like, I don't care how much money you got. If you didn't have 3 kids with 3 women, they need to sterilize you. You shouldn't be able to have no kids no more. I'm just going to leave it at that, man. I know people don't agree with that, but I mean, because that's ridiculous, dude.
It is. That's past.
He got more kids than his age? Damn.
And again, everybody's playing a part. The pregnant women, the women that slept with him that didn't get pregnant, him. I mean, nobody's just caring. It's just, now, if it's the old days, biblical times, yeah, they were having 34 kids. If it's the 1600, 1700, they had 34 kids because that was their labor. Your kids was your labor to help you with the land. But we ain't living in them times no more. What you doing with 34 biological children? And that's not saying that the other baby mamas don't have kids by other men. We're just talking about your 34. What about if they had kids before you or after you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And if all 22 of them, Damo, is on government assistant, then when Trump is talking about cutting this stuff, what is he going to do?
Here's another point, Sky. And I don't think people realize this. We see all these podcasts because right now there is a gender war taking place. Mm-hmm. It's been taking place. But the debate is, where men trying to tell a lot of women, when women say dudes ain't shit. No, there's a lot of dudes who are single without kids.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Man, how many cases do we see of dudes like this getting, one man, 22 women? Think about that. That means 22 women pick the dude that ain't shit. And it's his fault? You really gonna blame for it?
Everybody played their part. Everybody has a part to play. Everybody, it's enough blame to go around for everybody. It is. Yeah. And he's just, and like you said, he's probably not done. He's in his 30s. So he might can father kids to his 70s to 90s.
He probably 35 right now, Sky. He probably at 40 to 45 kids right now.
Yeah. And he has a high sex drive like that.
And wrap up? No. I don't see that happening.
Mm-hmm. And even when he can't naturally do it, he'll pop the blue pill and keep doing it. So, it is what it is.
All right, man. So now we we going to the honorable mentions. What's your honorable mention?
DNA testing. So even though we're talking about this kid, this guy, did he do any DNA testing to make sure those 33, 34 were his? See, we never said anything about
Good
that.
question.
And, you know, so how does he know if all of them are his now? I mean, they might all come out looking like him, whatever. Timelines might match up, but you didn't do it. But the reason I chose this because there's a girl on the internet sitting down talking about, well, if you cheating on your man and you got pregnant, why would you tell him? Why? No,
I
don't do
seen that
that.
video.
Yeah, if the guy you got pregnant by, he ain't XYZ, you have to do what's best for you and your child and live with this person and have him take care of kids that ain't his. Have you seen all the TikToks and stuff of the guys coming to the women with the DNA papers saying that child ain't mine after 7 years? One girl, what was it, Christmas? And she opened it up like it was a Christmas present and it was a DNA test. One girl he found eating in a restaurant, another guy, and gave it to him. It has gone crazy that people are using their kids for a come up. There's an old term back in the day called a come up. You're using your children for a come up. You don't want this man. You don't want to be with him. You just want his resources and assets. It's like R. Kelly and Mr. Biggs. If y'all remember that back in the day, she wanted Mr. Biggs for his assets, but she wanted R. Kelly for the sex. So they go have the sex with this guy and then bring the children to this guy to raise. I believe there should be I don't care if you're married or just cash having sex. Mandatory DNA test. And if you find it out that these women have habitually lied to you, it should be a civil case, not a criminal case, but a civil case to where you should be able to get your money back. And those people should at least be a misdemeanor, a class A misdemeanor. Because these people, you know how women lie up to you about diseases that they have? Not that one we talk about because she was honest. But some women will lie to you and be like, I'm good, knowing damn well you ain't, and you sleeping with people with past diseases. They'll lock your ass up for that shit. Well, then now they need to start punishing women who are out here lying, knowing that is not that man's child. He done took care of them for 18 years, 52 years, whatever. Because if you don't, this is going to keep happening because it's just another way of manipulating, whether it's the government or somebody else, for them to get their way. And I don't think that's fair. So I am all for mandatory DNA test. Even now, if you my age and you got kids that's in their 20s and whatever, if then you should go and say, open your mouth and let me swab you right there and see it to make sure that 28-year-old child is yours or not. Even to this day, if you have in your soul, if you even think it ain't yours, like Damo said, it's at Walgreens, go get it.
Man, stuff like that, man, it's common sense to me, but I think they complicate it, they make it complex. But they say, well, where the money gonna come from? The same place it come from these war, the send weapons of war to Ukraine and some of the other stuff. You know, man, you said something, and I want to hang on with. Were you, and because I seen that same particular video where the girl was like, if you end up getting pregnant with your side dude or sneaky link and you married or whatnot, why would you go tell the husband? You know what that tells me? Or why would you go tell the boyfriend? You know what that tells me? Her happiness is above the kids. People always talk that, oh man, my kids come first. Do they? Because if it came down to your happiness or theirs, whose happiness are you going to choose? And I'm going to say the kids, you bullshit. Because, you know, I don't think a lot of them really care about the kids. Just be honest. I'm just going to leave with this thought. Because if they did, they'd choose better men to have them with. And we know that a lot of men don't care about their kids. Hell, it's easy for them to walk out of their lives. You know what I'm saying? But the women, man, if y'all really, really care about your kids, who y'all have kids with should matter. It should, man. You should do thorough research and homework on that person to see what kind of person you're about to spend the next 21 plus years with. Because you're going to have to deal with them for that long once a baby come in the picture.
Right. Did you see the video where the girl was in the car having a meltdown crying because she was upset that her family and friends and nobody was around to help her with her 3 kids or watch them or give her a break? That's your fault. That's your fault. I tell folks all the time, no, I don't care if it's your brother, sister's cousin. Nobody has to help you do nothing with your children. You brought them kids into this world. How you gonna be mad at the neighborhood or anybody else that don't want to watch your kids so you can have an hour or 2 break? Like you said, if you cared about the kids, you would have thought about the people you was having. There is an anomaly because some people do get married and the husband leaves or the wife leaves or they go off to the military or it's bad news, they die. We ain't talking about them people. We talking about those that just out here having a good time, not thinking about their future or their kids' future. And then you on social media talking about F everybody because nobody wants to help me with my children. Get out of here.
Yeah. Like the audacity.
Yeah.
And you know, my last one don't coincide with this, but I think it's a bridge to this because I think this is where we're going right now. If things don't change and we don't get some understanding between men and women, this next video is, and this is my runner-up, taking y'all back down memory lane. I don't know if y'all remember this story. But China, the country of China, is working on an AI robot capable of carrying a child to term. So without further ado, let me go ahead and take y'all back down memory lane.
Come on.
We better correct this, man, this gender war. We better get it under control. Because with technology, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to get harder and harder for y'all to find a soulmate if y'all believe in that stuff. It's going to be harder and harder.
Yeah, it is.
We get to the point where we're not even going to deal with each other. It's moving way too fast.
Way.
What scares me is, if they can create that for a robot, here's the bigger question. Will they make it where these men will be able to start carrying children?
From the stem cell research, that's why they had to slow down with all of this stuff because humans, especially really intelligent humans, their appetite for knowledge is never safe. Yeah.
That was my
and so, Damien, I know how sometimes you advocate for a 2-parent household, and most of the times I do believe that. I do believe most of the time a 2-parent household, but then there's the anomaly, right? There is sometimes there are men who really want offsprings, who really are good men and can raise children. They don't want to deal with the mama. They don't want to deal with a woman. They don't want a woman living with them. They don't want that side of the family influencing the child. They don't want nothing. And this is what this is the market that this is going in for men who want real human kids without having to choose a mate and deal with her craziness, her mama's craziness, and that side of the family craziness. Because that's what's wrong with children sometimes in a 2-parent household. They're split between the daddy side of the family. I mean, I'm talking about even in a household. I mean, and they split between the mama side of the family. And it's like, well, as I grow up, whose philosophy and ideology do I follow? Because my mama and them, they own some old gangster stuff. And then my dad and them, they own some old, uppity stuff. So you kind of just playing with the child's mind and emotions and psychology. But this here, you raise that child with you on your own, no outside influence other than school. And some people are like that, and they don't see a problem with it. And that's why China's doing this.
Man, you better put an end to this. Because they're going to make it where socially, y'all going to be incapable of even approaching each other. They're already working. I mean, this is the Matrix in real time.
In real time. And you know how it started, Damo? The very first thing, and nobody thinks about this but me because I'm an introvert. The very first thing that started all of this in 70 or 80s, they created this thing called the ATM, Prior to that, you had to go into your bank, get to know the teller, have conversations as they give you your money or you give them their money. Somebody said, well, hell, I just want my money and I don't want to talk to nobody. So they created the ATM, and that we went from the ATM to now robots having children.
Oh boy, I'm glad I'm the age I am now. I'm glad. This is some weird stuff, man. A lot of this stuff in this world, I do not understand. Man, 2025, I'm looking forward to 2026. Because 2025, we have some very interesting discussions. So I'm really looking forward to what we're going to see in 2026. Buckle y'all seatbelts. It's going to get wild.
You know what? If we had to just rate the last 5 years, everybody gonna say the number one would be 2020 because that's the pandemic. That had a lot of COVID died, a lot of stuff just happening. But my number two would be 2025. So it'd be 2020 and then 2025 before we head into the next 5 years. That's how I would rate it, 1 and 2.
Man, y'all, we glad to have had y'all here this whole year.
Yes.
It's been an amazing year. I'm looking for next year to even be better. All right. So if y'all can, man, share the live, man. Share it with your friends and whatnot. We hope to see y'all after New Year's. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll be here before we know it. Sky, you want to go ahead and do shout outs and, we get ready to close this party up, man?
Well, man, let me shout out Malfunction. Let me shout out Mike Cobb from No Limit Pro Wrestling. Let me shout out to the people that's watching on Instagram. Thank everybody on YouTube. Y'all have a happy new year. Shout out to Top Rope Wrestling. After y'all drink and have a happy new year, head to the Wilson County Fairgrounds this Saturday. Top Rope Wrestling in Lebanon, Tennessee. Come join us there. And, man, just thank to everybody who's in there and supporting. And again, thank you, J-Mo, for allowing me to come on this ride because you could have picked any host. And shout out to all the other stuff you're doing there, the sports magazine, the sports talk with the other guy, and all that other stuff. I wish you nothing but more success as you go into those other endeavors. But you could pick anybody in the world to come on this journey with you on the Nashville Caveman podcast, and I really appreciate it because I can't wait until 2026.
Man, I want to return them flowers, man, saying that the growth that you have in you added a new show this year, man, and, man, everything's going well. In wrestling, you've had a really big year, wrestling-wise. I'm glad to see you back at full health, you know what I'm saying? And just continue success, man, and prosperity. And to say, I just appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
All right, y'all. I just want to say this right quick. New Year's kickoff in a couple of days. Please be safe.
Yes.
Do not be celebrating so much where you lose your life and you don't actually make it into the new year. All right?
That's correct.
So, man, be safe. Remember that if you woke up on this half of the dirt, you actually should claim victory over the day because there's a lot of people that didn't. And the only thing that's guaranteed in life is death. So worry about the things that you can control, the things that you can't control. Please put it in God's hands. All right? Man, love, man. Appreciate y'all. Did you got any other last words before we end this show?
Everybody, next week we'll start back with the radio show. Artists send me your music, send the video so, Mr. Damo can play them like he do or whatever. And y'all, we will see y'all in 2026. Y'all have a great, happy new year.
Yep. Peace, y'all. We appreciate y'all.